welcome back everyone for some more of my Forge FC career mode here on FIFA 22. And we are here in the Season 3 finale, and we are in the MLS playoffs. We are in the conference semifinals. You can probably see in this newsfeed right here, we are up against Philadelphia Union. You can also see it from the bottom center, but we are going to be up against Philadelphia Union, which, if I remember correctly, we played against them in the conference finals last year. No, I'm lying. We played against New York City FC in the conference finals. We would have played Philadelphia had they beat New York City, but I almost gave you some false information there. But just to show you guys, Philadelphia did beat New York Red Bulls, who were in second for much of the second half. You can see the other conference semifinals. You can see LAFC against San Jose, New York City FC against Orlando, and LA Galaxy, who finished on top of the Western Conference, is taking on Houston Dynamo, the team that we beat in the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. You can see once again Portland Timbers, the Season 1 runner-up, once again missing the playoffs. And I do have to feel bad for FC Cincinnati. I know this is the club that Jared HD supports, and they were competing for second for the longest time, especially during the first half of the season. But they had a massive drop off the second half of the season and ended up dropping out of the playoff picture entirely, and I do feel bad for them. But you can see we end up winning the US Open Cup. You can see we beat Salt Lake in round 2. We beat New York Red Bulls in round 16. Quarterfinals, we dispatched of Seattle. Semifinals, we took care of business against DC. Sorry for the voice crack there. But we'll show stats in that afterwards. You can see, not sure which Torres that is playing for. That might be Facundo Torres, if I am correct on that. You can see Castellanos finishing 6th behind him, but like I said, we'll worry about that later. And I'm really going to be focusing on just playing my starting lineup here for the playoffs. You can see our starting lineup is looking good. The lowest rated player is Gordson at a 76, but even at that ranking, that's pretty darn good for an MLS team. So I'm feeling good going into this match here against Philadelphia, which first of all, we are not playing in the rain. That guy for Philadelphia looks like a freaking giant. I don't know who that is, but see if they're playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and we're playing with 2 wingers and 2 wide backs, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. So without further ado, they got their goalkeeper Andre Blake in between the sticks, so he's always a tough cookie to try to crack. So you see Morgan Rogers is our featured player here. Plays for Tottenham in real life. In this game, we bought him from Bournemouth, which was the club he played for before joining Spurs in real life.
The cameras are fixed to one man. 3 goals in 3 games, a nightmare for opposing defenders. This is EA TV.
One of the top goal scorers in the league.
Hello everyone, the weather forecasters promised us a very pleasant day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray. Okay,
let's see what we can do here. That's not who I wanted to pass it to, but that's okay. Okay, Brav, your crossing has been questionable lately. Rogers very nearly muffed that up, but luckily he didn't. Funnily enough, even though I'm a Pennsylvania boy, Philadelphia is not my favorite MLS team. It is Portland Timbers. I don't know, it just feels kind of wrong to support a Philadelphia team. I don't know, but I probably should, but I really wish there was a Pittsburgh MLS team. There is a Pittsburgh team in the 2nd division of American soccer, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. There have been whispers about them possibly joining the MLS in the future, but I just don't see that happening anytime soon. I hope it happens. I would love to have another professional sports team in Pittsburgh, but guess we'll just have to wait on that.
Lesnes. Knight.
Come on.
Crisp tackling. Opportunity it is.
Is that going to be offside? Nope. Big Joe once again. I'm really almost half tempted to give him the captain's armband because he's been, and I'm not just saying this because he's a Newcastle player, I swear to God, but he has been our best player in this team this season. He really has been. I swear to goodness on that. And Philadelphia came back with 2 goals, but luckily they were not able to get the equalizer. LAFC is moving on. So we had to pretty much sweat on that one. And let's see. We won't know who we face yet. We will be taking on the winner of New York FC and Orlando City. Part of me is rooting for Orlando. But we are going to go ahead. Let me see. Let me just rotate here a little bit. I do want to feature some of my fringe players here. My 2 wingers, okay. Castellanos was pretty much invisible throughout that entire match. Corbiano, both my wingers were really good. I kind of don't want Bove. I'm going to go ahead and replace Doyle. Gordon's sharpness is down, so I'm going to replace him. And those are the changes I'm going to make in this game against whoever it is that we're going to be facing. Let's see here. Let me just go forward a couple days. And we are up against New York City FC because of course we are. Not super happy about that. And Kovalchuk, our wonder kid from Ukraine from Season 1, he will be going to Sandhausen at the beginning of next season. So best of luck to him. And that will show transfer activity after the playoffs as well. Which I probably should show that here. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and you can see LAFC and Houston Dynamo are meet in the conference finals. I'm hoping for Houston, but I bet you we're going to be facing LAFC again. But you know what? I got time real quick. Let me just show you guys chances. It's not going to take long. You can see Kovalchuk, Ambrose, which I ended up renewing his contract, and as soon as I did, he went out on loan. And then everybody else, I think I've pretty much already shown. And there was a transfer. I don't even think it's on here now. Oh, Bogus went from Leeds to Venezia. That was the one that popped up in my mind. Because I am doing a Leeds United career mode alongside this on FIFA 21, so... But we're going to go ahead. Slightly rotated squad here as we're traveling to the Big Apple. Clear skies at the Stadion Europa. We're playing at 1:45. We're playing at 1:45 in the morning, which is weird, but... It is what it is, I guess. You can see Morgan Rogers is the featured player here. Now, I don't follow the MLS all that much. But if I remember correctly, I do remember New York FC playing at Yankee Stadium. I'm not sure if that's where they normally play or not. I highly doubt it, but...
Well, things are really getting tense now. Only 4 teams left in the race to lift MLS Cup.
But I think that was just a one-time thing. I think they actually have a separate stadium where they play. I could be very wrong about that. Like I said, I don't really follow MLS that much.
Fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary box, providing expert analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we're just seconds away from the start of the playoffs.
Yeah, if we do make it to the MLS Cup final, I'm rooting for Houston to advance. Last year we faced LAFC in the Cup, and then we faced them again in the MLS Cup. This season we faced Houston in the in the US Open Cup. I wonder if history will repeat itself for this season, as much like it did last year. You can see Riley getting on the score sheet. He's already doing better than what Castellanos did in last game. Riley is just a better striker. I mean, Castellanos is an improvement on Lamptey for sure, but Riley is still the best striker I have on this team.
A good-looking ball.
And rather awkward header, but Braff gets at the end of that, and we've increased our lead.
So 2-0 now.
Oh, why did you... Teddy, why did you deselect that player? That was my fault. I can't even blame the game for that.
In the wide area.
There we go.
Oh, a moment of pure class. Had to catch it.
Who is that?
And didn't he just?
He has gray hair. Oh, that's Galarza. Why does he have gray hair? I don't think Galarza has gray hair in real life. I could be very wrong about that, but I don't think he has gray hair in real life. He's not old enough to have gray... I mean, I can't really say that. I mean, there's people that get gray hair as early as 18. So I can't really say that.
Options in the middle.
Nice!
Has a go.
There we go. I don't know how that ball made it all through those New York City bodies, but I'm not going to complain about that. That should be all she wrote. Hopefully this is a more comfortable victory than the last round. Hopefully. And they get 2 goals back too, so... Yeah, Aquino... And we are... Looks like we're playing against LAFC in the... unless Houston ties it up in extra time. It looks like we are... Yep, we are going to have a rematch of last year's final. Which... is not ideal. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put Corbianu on there. Let's see. Doyle. Okay, Nelson I kind of want on there, but at the same time I kind of want Gordon. I want a strong lineup here. Castellanos, I'm gonna give him. You know, I'm gonna keep Raleigh on there. Castellanos really. Or do I want Castellanos? You know, I'm gonna put Castellanos. If he ends up having a bad first half, I'll sub him off for Raleigh. Let me go ahead and put Meyer on there. Let's see, can I get... I'm almost tempted to put Nezeret instead of Aquino. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put... Because Aquino's been kind of leaking goals for me. So I'm going to give Nezeret the start here. And that is going to be my lineup I'm going to be rolling with for the USFL Cup. Oh, and one thing I do want to do. I do want to give the captain's armband to Big Joe. Because he's been amazing for me. Maybe next year, which will be the final season, if we make the MLS Cup final, then I'll give the captain's armband to Corbianu. But here we go. Rematch time against LAFC. Okay, we got some notifications. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Player contracts expiring. I'll have to renew contracts. Yeah, I forgot. Just sue me. Trying to win trophies and you're bugging my ass over freaking a contract. 4 years. Yeah. Now get out of my face. But we are going to go ahead. We're going to get and save. And last year at LAFC we're black. This season we are going to have them wear white. And I think I do want us to play in the snow. Yeah, we're going to be playing in the snow here at Tim Hortons Field. I mean, it makes sense. We are in Canada in early December. I mean, that goes with territory. They play 4-3-3 holding. We're playing a 4-3-3 attack. We're playing an almost strong starting lineup. Only exceptions to that are Corbiano, Meyer, and Measuret. Everybody else is starting 11 caliber, but without further ado, let's get into this match, and let's see if we can repeat as MLS champions. Last season's encounter in the MLS Cup final was a bit too close for comfort. But hopefully this won't be the case here, as Joelinton is a featured player here. If we do win the MLS Cup, he will be lifting the MLS Cup trophy.
It's the biggest day of the MLS.
And like I said, I know there's got to be people saying I'm biased because he's a Newcastle player, but no, he's been that good for me this season.
Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live here on EA TV. Well, here we are, ready and in position. The entire season comes down to the next 90 minutes.
I was going to say, I didn't get to see it. I think it did end up 3-2 after extra time for the Western Conference final.
How do you see the match going, Stuart?
Well, Derek, after months of hard work, it comes down
and you
to
see the bracket.
Great moments these are for the two.
Yes, they did win the game 3-2.
Some players will be anxious, some may even freeze.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Relishing the atmosphere and what lies ahead. It should be a
nice.
Well,
and look who! Oh, it's Cassiano. I thought that was Big Joe for a second.
Oh, there's the goal. There's the opener. How about that?
And I very nearly started Caleb Riley over Castellanos. But Castellanos is right off the bat saying, "Boss, you made a good decision getting me." Hey, he's gonna make it too.
And it's a double for him in this game. No way for the opposition to contain him. And no wonder he's off celebrating.
Can he make it a hat-trick?
Well, a second goal for them here. He's in behind.
Nope. Okay, let's get it before it goes out. Come on, get it before it goes out. Oh! I think that was Big Joe right there. He would have got hold of that, there would have been 3-0.
This attack looks highly promising. And the danger's still on. And not cleared away properly.
You see Maxime Crepeau getting the ball. Currently plays for Portland Timbers in real life. Okay, Big Joe, can you launch one? Ooh. Oh, we get a corner out of it.
Trying to pick out a teammate.
Oh, nice!
A goal! Another one!
He will not be denied, folks.
Demolition job.
That's what Big Joe does. He rises to the occasion each and every time.
3-0.
What an awesome player, both in this particular career mode and in real life. What an awesome player. But we're going to go ahead and jump to the sim.
Oh, a nice looking pass.
Cassiano! Oh, there we go.
It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Last year's MLS Cup final finished 5-3. It's already 4-0 right now.
Well, it's been such a one-sided game. You just wonder how many more they could add.
Hopefully this ends up being like the last year's Open Cup final with these guys where we end up winning like 12-1. And it's not gonna, I don't know who, I think that was, I didn't pay attention. I think that was Fresneda just.
It's looking promising.
Come on, get, oh! Why are we letting these shots happen? I've been noticing that in my Leeds career mode. It's just like the AI does not know how to play defense. Or should I say the game just doesn't let me play defense. There we go. Okay, let's play defense, guys. If we can play a little bit of defense, that would be great.
Oh my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match.
Wish I knew who gave up that ball earlier. I think that was Fresneda.
Joelinton.
Not a great ball. Castellanos applying pressure.
Acosta.
Of course, Castellanos, I got him in my Venezia career mode.
He's got space.
Okay.
Evading everyone in the middle. Disappointing ball.
Okay, let's not. Okay, let's see if we can get another goal here.
And he did well to cut it out.
Let's see if we can get another goal.
Well, that's how to break.
Oh, 27. Who's 27? Galarza.
Pressing forward.
Galarza, if we give up a goal here, you're gone.
Just the clearance that was needed. Breaking at pace.
He might be gone anyway. Him and Fresneda both. I'm keeping an eye on both of those two.
Joelinton. Promising position.
Guys, what are we doing?
Oh, moving it nicely.
Joe, there we go.
And a strong glove on the ball from the.
Big Joe almost adding a second there. But yeah, I'm going to make some changes. Fresneda is kind of scaring me a little bit, and so is Galarza. So I'm going to put Korkazoglu and Bove in. And in the final sub, I don't know yet. If we could get one more goal, that'd be great.
Switched around and are ready now for the second half.
Because I don't want this to be as close as the last year's final. Last year's final was a bit of a nail-biter. This seems to be more... Ah, why did you play that pass? They don't play passes when they should, and they play passes when they shouldn't. Why was that... Why did he feel that was the low-risk option?
It might be on for them.
Okay, nice. Don't let them get a shot.
Good-looking ball.
Don't let them get a shot. Ah, don't let them get shot!
Can he make it count? And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what...
We cannot keep a clean sheet to save our lives. We can't.
A glut of goals. 5-1 it is.
Can we please get one more goal?
How about the cross? And the right place to cut out the pass.
Ah, that was not the right pass. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead. Gordson can come off of Nelson.
Win the ball back high up the pitch.
Come on, score!
Good stop from the keeper.
Okay, I'm jumping in. I am jumping in. Oh, come on! Ooh, forcing a good save. Yeah, he is getting paid. That's excellent analysis there, Derek. Come on, what? Guys! Who is number 4? Carter Vickers, come on.
Another block. Well, no danger now. Good pressure to win.
My grandpa could take a... My grandfather could take less time making a shot on goal than that, and he's dead. Come on, guys.
$15 minutes left for play. Will he play it in?
Ooh! There we go! And there's Big Joe with his second of the match. And I'm not going to the sim anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and just, once I get the ball back, I'm going to get in. Which I wanted to give Corbiano a bit of a chance, but looks like that's not going to happen.
Carter Vickers.
Be nice to actually win an MLS Cup convincingly.
And the home side really prospering today.
And number 19, you better get the hell out of my way.
What can you say about this performance? They've been absolutely brilliant. They've played with such guile and creativity.
Goalkeeper in charge.
Bicycle kick goal. I don't know why that was the option for him, but...
Can someone get on the end of this?
No, we can't because we're a bunch of freaking donkeys. There we go. And there we go. That puts the punctuation. Carter Vickers making up for him taking forever and a week to try to make an attempt on shot in the last corner that we got.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed.
There were 8 goals scored in the MLS Cup final last year. There are 8 goals scored in this final. So the legitimate victory for us is going to be greater as we're going to be lifting our back-to-back MLS Cup title. Well, we lift a trophy. Why do I keep saying that? You don't lift a title, you lift a trophy. Title is the name that you're given, or the name of the thing that you're given. The trophy is the actual physical thing that you lift. That drives me nuts when I say that.
The cup issue is settled.
And that's all they say too, the cup issue is settled.
A story of one side celebrating and the other distraught. Memories are being made.
Well, just look at those scenes down there, Derek. What a contrast in emotions. Brilliant for the winners, despair for the losers.
It just seems like same thing last year. Once I got past a certain point, especially in the second half, this team's creativity is sorely lacking. I just don't know what it is. As Joelinton will be lifting his first trophy here. Who did I don't even remember who I had lift the... I don't remember who I had lifting the US Open Cup. That's pretty bad. I don't remember who I had lifting that. Was it Nelson? But I don't know. As Joelinton, Big Joe with a brace in this game, lifts the MLS Cup trophy, not title. We win the title, but we lift the trophy.
But my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth.
Emphasis on rough.
They savor the moment.
Yeah, that wasn't too particularly great. And once again, we couldn't keep a clean sheet.
Full marks to the entire team, and now they get the chance to exhale and enjoy.
They've been brilliant in this competition, and so have the fans. They've really got behind their team. They've played a big part in this win. Just look at those faces.
But yeah, like I said before, next season will be the final season. I honestly don't anticipate making a whole lot of big moves to this team. I pretty much like my team the way it is now. Although I do have a youth academy objective I do need to finish next year, and I think I've already chosen who I want to pick for that, which I'll talk to you guys about that here in a bit. But other than that, I don't think I'm really going to have much to change in this team. This team is exactly how I want it. I may, depending on what my budget is, I may bring in a new starting caliber center back. But like I just said, that just depends on the budget that I have. But even then, I'm kind of happy with Gordson, if I'm being honest. But we're going to take a look at stats here real quick. You can see we pretty much got every category except for tackles and saves. Let's see who the best player for LAFC was. It probably Arango, or Arango, I should say. Yeah, 7.6. He did get the goal. Ilie Sanchez with the assist. And you can see our man of the match was Castellanos with a perfect 10 rating alongside Joelinton. Braff with a goal and assist. Corbiano was my starting winger, so I don't know why I was talking about earlier. Korkazoglu managed to get an assist despite being a second half sub. But yeah, those are the ratings. I'm not doing post-match interview. I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood. That was better than last year's final, but that's not really saying anything. Okay, prize money. Like I said before, we'll worry about contracts off camera. Concentrate on football, please. Instead of people whining about freaking contracts all the time. But you can see, even with the hat trick, Castellanos finished 3 behind Torres for the league lead in goals. You can see Rogers and Riley with 12, Joelinton with 11, Braff with 11. Top assist went to Braff with 10, which is one above our former player, Prince Lamptey. Fair play to him. Castellanos and Rogers with 6 assists. Demir and Doyle with 5. Clean sheets, like I said, we really didn't keep a whole lot. Aquino with 6. But that's only half of what Bond and Gallese had. Clean sheets, Aquino with a couple, but fair play to him. But Demir with 4, Wilson with 3 assists. Doyle, Corbiano, Riley with 2 assists. Top goal scorer, Riley tied with Gite. Castellanos with 4, Demir with 3. Corbiano and Braff with 2. And I'm not focused on preseason tournaments. Take a look at our objectives here. I gotta remember to do our youth academy as well. But you can see, finish the season with a profit margin of 118. That's just not gonna happen. We got next year, which I'll show you guys the player that I'm gonna be doing for that. Get a streak of 5 wins in home matches. We obliterated that. In domestic success, we did the double, much like I wanted to this season. And we'll take a look at our youth academy here. If there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. I only have room to promote 2 more guys. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I want to promote any of these guys. I think I'm happy with the team that I have. But here are the stats. But we are going to go and put our strongest starting 11 up. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that are at least 80 rated, which is pretty darn good if you ask me. But we're going to go ahead and look at Squad Hub. And top goal scorers is Castellanos, 21 and 6 through 30, grew by 4. Riley, 17 and 2 through 28, grew by 3. Anybody in particular you want to look at, you just go ahead and pause the video. Braff's the only one with double figures in both goals and assists. Jolinton, 12 and 4 through 34, good campaign from him. Corbiano, 17 goal contributions in 30 matches. And you see Pascal actually scored against us in the playoffs when we faced Philadelphia. See a little bit of growth. Gautier's grown by... So Gautier might actually be... I mean, Wilson's been a good servant for us, but I think Gautier might be my new backup cam going forward next year. Because I don't see Wilson growing anymore. And I have to look at other youth players to see if I have anybody else that's ready to make the jump. And here's a guy that I'm looking to be playing next year as part of the objective, Rafael Correa. He's 18 years of age, 63 rated. He's already grown by 3. I have to play him in 30% of the matches next year, which you figure in regular season is 34 matches, playoffs, a maximum of 3 games in the playoffs, which is 37, and a maximum of 5 games in the US Open Cup, which is 42 matches. And I wonder if they count preseason, because if they do, that's another 5, which will take it to 47. And 30%, let's just say a third. We're looking at probably, what, 15 matches we have to play this guy in? That's not too bad. Boyko's one of those that have expiring contracts. I'm about just ready to let him walk, despite his rating. Because we have Olenek right here, which I gotta renew his contract as well. Kovalchuk will be going out on loan. But yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna be promoting Gautier from the youth squad, and he'll be my new backup cam. But we are going to go ahead and look at goalkeepers here. Well, not goalkeepers. We're going to be looking at attributes for the players here. If there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. But I'm going to go ahead and just do development plans as I'm going here. But yeah, I'm quite pleased at how this team is growing. Some players are growing much faster than others. There's not really anybody in particular that's really lagging behind in terms of growth. At least none that I can think of off the top of my head. Duarte I could have in there as part of the objective too, but I just need one player. Just checking development plans here real quick. We'll put him on that one. Felipe Fernandes. If I do get a new starting center back, I will be probably putting Fernandes on the chopping block. Ayala, that was the guy that was whining about a new contract. Bove's been a very good backup center mid. I've been very happy with him. Tommy Doyle's been pretty good alongside Galarza. Okay, 15 weeks. I'm going to put him on that. Kovalchuk will be going out on loan. Bird, I'm not too honest about him. Same with Ambrose. Same with Pinto. Joey Wilson, he's going to be 29. I really don't see this guy growing anymore, so I may look to sell him as well. Which is going to be a bit of a sad day, but he has been a loyal servant, but I think his time has come for him to move to greener pastures. Well, not greener pastures, but hopefully he'll have a chance to play first-team football somewhere else, because he's not going to get that for us. And as far as greener pastures, I think it's safe to say we have become the best team in the MLS, and the only way it'll get greener from here is if they actually move to Europe. Boyko, I'm just saying, because he's been irritating the hell out of me the last 2 seasons. He's been whining about game time, but every time I have him out loan listed, he refuses a loan. So I like to know what I'm supposed to do for the guy. Or I could just renew his contract and just sell him. That way I can get something from him. Though I am thinking about it that way. I may end up doing that. But that is our team. Next season, which will be the final season, season number 4, it's going to be pretty much identical in terms of layout. It's going to be 5 episodes long. First episode of season 4 will be preseason. That will have my commentary with it. Then the episode after that will be the first month, and then next will be the halfway point. Then after that will be the final month of the regular season, and after that will be, hopefully, will be in the MLS Cup playoffs. So, but you can see Prince Lamptey making Player of the Month alongside Braff. So it's nice to know that Prince Lamptey's, and he was nominated for October as well. And you see Torres for Orlando City grabbing everybody. Grabbing back-to-back Player of the Month awards. Will he do so in November? Is he? No, he's not even nominated, so he will not make a three-peat. But you can see the leading goal scorer, Torres. I'm going to have to see, what is his... I think it's Facundo Torres. None of our players made team in the tournament. And you can see we have one... That win we just had was a 100th win in 132 matches. Let me just look at Orlando's squad here real quick to see what Torres' last name is. I mean, first name is. Okay, Facundo. It is Facundo. That's what I thought. But yeah, next season, like I said multiple times, will be the final season of this particular career mode. It will be 5 episodes long, which means this career mode will have a grand total of 26 episodes. And other than a few changes here or there, my team is pretty much going to be the same. The kits I'm going to leave as the same. I don't plan on changing those either. But I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing me wrap up this particular career mode with this club. So, but with that, thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I will see you guys again next time.